The party has begun in the country music capital of Tamworth. The first awards have been handed out. One of the most prestigious of those gongs is the Best Band People's Choice Award. It went to a country rock band from just outside of Melbourne, the Mason Boys.
And I'm Dusty. And I'm Clint from the Mason Boys. Just like to thank everyone who voted, all of our fans, all the people that support us through the years, and it's such an honour, and we're so happy to be here accepting this.
But there's more to the Mason Boys because they teamed up with the charity I'm patron of, the Horizons Foundation, to raise money and entertain farmers who were doing it tough mentally. It's been a program to cheer up those in the bush who are doing it tough. I caught up with band leader Clint Mason and charity chief Anita Donlan just before coming to air. Congratulations, Clint. What a win. The People's Choice Award. Some say that this really underlines the value you give to your audience, and you've done so over so many years.
Totally honoured to have this award. Still speechless as we were when they announced us. Yeah, there's that many people to thank, but I thank everyone that knows that they need to be thanked, that's for sure. Especially the lady standing beside me, our manager, Anita.
Oh, thanks, Clint.
Oh, well, Anita, you've become almost the fifth Beatle because you've used the Mason Boys, not only their music, but also their time and their work to try and help drought-affected farmers in Australia. You've worked together on that for so long now, haven't you?
We have, and it all came about because I met the drummer many years ago, and he made the phone call saying that they want to help Beef It Up Australia and the Australian Horizons Foundation, because the man standing next to me, he knows full well because he's a third-generation farmer. So
Clint,
he kind of like gets it, and the rest of the band get it, and yeah.
Clint, give us an idea. Firstly, what's the Mason Boys' backstory? And secondly, I want to talk about your understanding of what's happening with drought at the moment in Australia.
The backstory of the Mason Boys, Chris, is just a good bunch of mates all getting together and really having a good time and putting on some good shows for the people and trying to bring a bit of joy and happiness, especially out in the small rural communities where they're doing it so tough. We're up here in Tamworth. We've had, or we'll have had 8 shows in 10 days up here. We've got 2 more shows to go. Now, I noticed coming up this year, Chris, I've never ever seen it so dry up from Dubbo to Coonabarabran, up across to Gunnedah. I was absolutely amazed at how just barren and nothing left in these paddocks. And like Anita said, we've got a farm back at home and we're damn lucky. Like, we've still got a bit of grass down there and hay's not really expensive for us like it is up here for these guys. And if we can give something back to the communities through what we do with our music, then, you know, we're more than happy to do it, that's for sure.
Between you and the Horizons Foundation and Anita there, Clint, you've recognised that farmers are going through some of the toughest times probably they've ever faced, and the mental strain is enormous, right?
Oh, it's huge. It's absolutely huge, and we hate hearing the stories, and we've got, you know, family and friends that are out on the land and you know, places that we play like Omeo and Dargo that are all now being stricken with bushfires, and it's a time to pull together, Chris. Whether it's for like our song This Land says, we work through it, fire, flood or rain. It doesn't matter. We've got to be there for one another and spread the word and help each other out, no matter what.
Yeah. Anita, they have really cottoned on to the fact that their music can change the mood in small country towns. You've seen it yourself, right?
We have, and, you know, we hear stories after the shows that, you know, people just come up and talk to the boys and just thank them for, you know, the message that they have through their music and how genuine they are and how modest they are. And once again, like I said, it's because they get it, you know. The film clip for Feels Like Home, I'm a bit teary, sorry, was actually made at your property.
It was. So, it was filmed down on on my grandfather's farm, and we run horse rides down there, and we've been running horse rides and been on that land now for about 65 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Through